Okay, now we gotta just sew your mouth shut so you don't say anything.
It's not called Twitter anymore, though.
You do need business stats too.
Sew my mouth shut.
Yeah, I still call it Twitter.
You rebel, you.
That's the only reason I forgot it, bro. I know, I said that.
But
I
bro,
didn't
you
want
just-
to.
Yeah, but
It's
it felt
like
like
in
a
our
bunch
county
like
class,
that.
we
You
get
got
a
case
year
stuff.
version, even though
Say,
it's
hey,
all gonna be
Go fall down that rabbit hole.
Yeah, you better be careful, man.
I think I bought that one.
Plus, I have a third friend of mine who's like an AI guy.
One term. I can have good 15 terms.
I don't really.
Designs AI. So
It's not like you can't change it.
That's really cool.
You can just
It's a resource.
Bro, what happened to I'll take my L later?
Dude,
Why
join
take
them
it
or-
later when
How's
you
that-
can take it now?
Are you gonna join them or no?
What?
Over at that table.
No, because I got my stuff set up here. This is where I sit next class, so
I don't know.
Here.
I'm just gonna stay here.
I
I found that that just makes things a little bit more floaty.
Alright, fair enough.
There's a guy there, and then the Mahone Ashley girl was there, and then yeah, that was it. I don't really know what else to tell you. I'm like,
What else do they say?
Do they say pay when you start?
you don't ask about pay, bro.
Well, don't ask, like, did they?
No, they didn't talk about it, and I wasn't gonna ask.
They talk about when you start.
What did you do with Fisher, dude?
I don't know. Oh, Fisher's somewhere with his girlfriend.
You know, September
Killed
20th is
them.
my orientation. right?
Yeah, I
So
did.
that's-
I'm just using that as a cover up, my guy.
Fair.
The girl has
Just
had
don't tell anybody.
She was like,
Hey,
it's my
everybody.
favorite. And the guy's going, so-
All right, folks. So
Okay, I'll wait.
let's go ahead and get started.
Did they only tell you that?
What else do they say?
And like what project I would be on.
That's what we were asking.
So Dave, that's gonna be what's happening. What project are you
There were two.
First, I want to have everybody take a look real quick at the Discord server. We have a spiffy new channel.
doing? What do I think?
I'd like to
I was
share.
gonna let you know that Parker wasn't in our group's
Which one of you?
pod for yesterday's class. I just hadn't noticed until I could add him with myself. Because he had mentioned it. He had mentioned it that he wasn't in there.
You chose wrong.
He never made it.
So what you're saying is that you took work off of my plate. Okay, thank you.
Wait a minute, does everybody do a job, man?
Everybody should have access to this Get Rolls channel. All right, folks, let's settle down. I don't want too much noise in the background for the folks at home. Let's see, Instructor HDMI should be going to remote.
Spam you with notifications?
It's my first internship.
I don't know about
It
that.
is.
And it just looks like it's black there, so I'm not sure what to do. Let's unplug the HDMI cable and plug it back in.
Wait, did you ask them about that?
There may be something wrong with the
We can just put you in it.
machine in the back. Come on, you can do it, little machine.
No, bro.
Yay! Okay, so if we look at the Discord server here, we have this wonderful little room called Get Rolls. And this describes what the roles are, and if you want to roll, all you got to do is click on this little button. So I set this up, but it was not working and had some issues when I started class yesterday. And then shout out to Cooper Dietzler for going in and fixing that. So now if you want to be part of any one of these groups, just go ahead and click on it. So yesterday I talked to the leadership of the local ISACA chapter. There's a new president, and I said, I'm going to get you guys integrated with our club here. Hopefully going to be getting some money from them to help do some things and some stuff. So make sure that you take a look at that and this Get Rolls channel and see what you're doing. So penetration testing subgroup. I know that I already gave them a contact out in industry. I reached out and found somebody that does it professionally, who's come before, and she is scheduled to come in and talk to that group. So get those subgroup roles if you want them, and then they're going to start planning subgroup meetings in the very near future. Okay, so the other thing is Cyber Patriot is a really cool program. It is a defensive cyber competition for high schoolers. And if you'd be interested in going and visiting those high schools and mentoring them, you can reach out to the folks who are in charge of that team. They just sent an email out. And if you get with them, they can get you added to the group, and then you can kind of see what's going on. So if you're like, hey, I don't have any experience with that, I don't know what I'm doing, that's okay. We're going to try to set up some training so you guys will know how to be a mentor for Cyber Patriot and what you can do there. Right. Next, the National Cyber Summit is next week. I did post something where you could volunteer for a couple of slots. It'll save you $300. You'll be able to go to some of the talks. You'll be able to get access to the main floor, the exhibit hall floor, where they have a whole ton of folks who have booths for their companies, so you can get free swag from them. There's also a job fair that's put on. I think it's clearancejobs.com that's doing it. So you can get registered for that job fair. I very much enjoy going to the job fair and walking around, and when people try to engage me saying, you can't afford me, it's very fun. And
Rose getting an ego boost.
it's great. Yeah, I'm like, you can't afford me. And there's always like 2 or 3 that are like, now wait on. I'm like, wait up, hold a minute. And I'm like, I won't even blink for less than $250, and I'm not managing anyone. And then they're like, yeah, we probably don't have it for you. I'm like, see ya.
So like they know you who you are before they even like meet you, or like they know who you are.
A couple of, yeah, like typically, they're people that I know. But also, it's just, I just say that as I'm walking by in a suit, you know, the people are there looking for jobs. So their job is to recruit people. So they're trying to reach out. And I'm like,
pretty funny.
nope. Yeah. So one time Lockheed Martin, their rep there looked me up later and called me up, and they offered me just over $300K, but I was going to have to move to Orlando and manage 90 people on this $1 billion a year project that has promised everything to everyone and has 0 chance of succeeding. And I'm like, don't want to move, don't want to manage those people, don't want to be in charge of a project that's doomed to fail.
It sounds like contracting.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, but
Seems like they're trying to
Sure.
pay you to take the blame.
no, they're trying to pay me because they'll charge twice as much for me as they pay me.
Like companies do that a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, it's as you guys get jobs, if you start DoD contract, and if they're throwing a bunch of money at you, don't just run at it because it's a bunch of money. Usually a reason behind it.
Yeah.
Like that, right?
Yep.
Contract that's got a small
Do
fee.
you know what the penalty is for a contractor that doesn't meet what the consequences are if you're a contractor and you don't meet your requirements?
You don't get renewed.
They give you more money.
Really?
Really, your tax dollars at work. They're like, oh, we have this project, we need $10 million to get it done, right? The 2 years goes by, or the year goes by, and it's like, oh yeah, you know, we're like 90% done or 80% done. So you got to remember that this big money, if you're gonna have a project that's 10 million or 100 million or something, you're talking about people who are pretty high up in government or military that are making these decisions. And they're promising the people that are in charge of that, you know, that their big pot of money. They're like, oh yeah, we got this project, it's gonna do great, it's gonna do great. They don't want to go back to them and be like, oh yeah, that $100 million is gone and we don't have the product. So that what they do is they're like, oh yeah, you know, we need to, you know, they're getting there, but they ran into some challenges. We're gonna fund them for next year. It's the same level, blah blah blah, or sometimes more than the initial, you know, bid was, and it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And then they often will still not meet the requirements. And so this is what happens. Some projects are just too big to fail.
Wait, so who's making all that money then? Like,
Contractors,
just who is the contract? Like the guy that owns like.
The company.
whatever company has that contract, right? So let's say there's a company, we'll call it Daniel Co., right? And Daniel Co. gets a contract to build this flying car. It's a $250 million contract with a 2-year period of performance. So you have 2 years to build this flying car prototype for $250 million. Okay? Get close to the end of the 2 years, you've been saying like, oh yeah, we're good, we're on track. Right toward the end of the 2 years, you're like, oh yeah, well, we ran into some snags. Like, oh, what do you have? Well, we've got a car that'll drive on the ground. We just haven't figured out. We're still working out a couple little details for the flying part, right? You would freaking get a car that drives on the ground for 15 grand, right? You're supposed to be a flying car, and so they're not going to go back to their boss and be like, oh, yeah, the flying car thing, yeah, we just lost all that money. They're not going to do that. So they're like, oh yeah, they're really close. It's just going to cost a little more than we thought it was going to. We need to throw them another couple $100 million, right? Meanwhile, you're just raking in this money.
So
raking in the money.
So, sorry.
So who what? Go ahead.
So if I don't even perform the task that I'm tasked to do, I still get the money, is what you're saying, if I'm a contractor?
Yes.
That was my
That's
question. Is there any repercussion?
You would never run your house the way that they run the government. Never. Right? The way that you wouldn't be like, oh yeah, so you're supposed to be putting a tin roof on my thing, and you commented they've made a roof out of McDonald's Big Mac containers that they flatten, and that's what they use instead of tin or shingles. And you're like, okay, and they're like, oh yeah, sorry man, it was just gonna be too expensive and take too long to do it with shingles. You would never be like, oh, okay, well, you need more money? You never do that. You're like, get the freak out of here. You're not gonna, I'm not paying you, and you're gonna give me the money back that I gave you.
Yeah, that's what I think. Like, you assume that they'd come after you, like, legally and get your money.
But so
back.
they should do that in the government, but they're not going to do that for a lot of different reasons. And that you got big contractors that are in bed with everyone. That's the reason they hire people that retire out of government and military. So they got all these friendship relationships, and nobody's going to sue these big contractors, right? And they put all kinds of stuff in the way so that small people can't get that. If you are a small defense contractor, you can easily you have some bad performance and you can get screwed and you won't get anything else. But these big guys like Lockheed Martin, Booz Allen, SAIC, Northrop Grumman, Raytheon, Boeing, yeah. These guys are not. They're not going to go sue them for non-performance. They're not doing it.
Plus, they might not get the contract when it's up for renewal, a different company might, but they can easily go get a completely different contract. They ship people over. It's a bit of a racket.
And welcome to Story Time with Uncle Keith and Uncle DJ.
Wow, I can't wait to look at my future.
Yeah. Well,
Only if you want me to be.
What's this?
welcome to DJ and Keith ruin everything for you.
How many contracting people working for these big companies higher up, not even contractor level, but working for these contracting companies end up in politics? That's the statistic I want to know. Yeah.
You're better off being in politics and having somebody from one of those companies in your pocket.
So
being at that company, being the head of the company, and having a politician in your pocket, and trying to run both lanes.
they pay a ton of lobbyists. They donate to campaigns. They take care of themselves. So. All right,
Thanks for the politics class.
Yeah, you're welcome. I don't know how we got there. I apologize, folks, but now you know.
This was the social engineering class.
Yes. So use this get roles. If you're interested in Cyber Patriot, do that. Go to the Cyber Summit. If you can get to the Cyber Summit, go to the Cyber Summit. Okay. Oh yeah, we talked about the jobs thing, right? So yes, you will most likely one of your first jobs is going to be working for a defense contractor, and they will pay you a certain amount of money and charge a lot more money than that. So a lot of them, contracts, they just want to they get a warm butt in the seat, they get paid for it, they pay you, and they don't really have to care if you do a good job or not. But don't be like that. Don't be a drain on our system. You take care of my tax dollars. Do your job.
Have no ethics.
All right, so, okay. There we go. There are those things. Tomorrow, from 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock in here, we will be running. There is a virtual event for the National Cyber League. The National Cyber League is something I want to talk to the club about getting involved in. It looks like a pretty cool thing. It's $35 to take per person to take part for the year. I'm going to try to see if we can get that funded for people that will commit to do it, and make some sort of little thing like, yeah, if you stay in it and you do it, then you don't have to pay the money back, but we can put a hold on your university account for $35 if you don't participate. So I can see who's like really interested, and we'll cover the cost. But they have a whole bunch of places you can go and train. There's a couple competitions you can be part of, and they have some things that can lead directly to jobs afterwards. So they have tomorrow an event from 3 to 4 where people from industry are going to come in and talk like about what they're looking for people for jobs. We'll be running that in here. I do have a class in here, but I told them that starts at 2:40, but we're gonna watch that for their class is over at 2:35, so they may leave then, but we're gonna watch that together as part of that class. So if you're interested, you can watch it in here, or you can message me and I can get you the link to it. Okay, so it has been several days since we talked to each other. We have been making some progress with bash scripts, and now today we need to keep moving a little bit more, right? So let's talk about what we'd like to have in mind for the end of this particular script that we've been working on, right? So we want something that's going to read syslog, and we want it to kind of tell us about the vulnerabilities that we find in there. So the search that I have here, I'm looking at one syslog file, the one that I pulled down that I have that you guys can access on Canvas, and I see MDS vulnerable, clear CPU buffers attempted, no microcode.
Hey DJ, our TV's not on.
Yeah.
I don't know how to.
Is there a power button you can push?
I don't know if it's.
I mean,
Yeah, it was on.
It was on.
It just gave us the screen like
It wasn't
all
like.
the other ones usually.
You can try pulling the Ethernet cable in the back and then plugging it back in.
Okay.
Yeah, the classic.
I don't know.
Hello, IT.
Yeah.
Hey.
Pretty much.
I didn't know if it was like on your end that it wasn't, because it was on until you went to all these screens and then it just. We press the power button again. Because like when you swapped over to like your VM, we
Theirs
lost
isn't
it.
working either. So it's showing you.
It's on.
I don't know. You may have to.
It says no signal.
You may have to swap tables for today then, or find a different computer to look
On
at.
input.
I've already used all my fudge time talking about dirty, filthy contractors. All right, so if we look in here, there's a bunch of different syslog files, right? So I know some of you guys have scripts
Holy cow.
to be able to look in things. Can we grep inside stuff if it is zipped?
Yes.
I don't know.
I think you have to have like a different tool.
Let's try this. Let's try syslog star and see what happens. Okay. So it only looks in one file still.
Mad that my machine has like 8 vulnerabilities.
Grab that.
Or something with a cable.
Look at this.
Okay, so we should see, there should be 8 files that we look in, but it's only looking in one. And I put syslog, let's see what I put, syslog star. So that should look in all the syslogs, right? What if we try to just get the contents by going cat syslog star, and then we pipe that to grep and look for vulnerable. Ooh. That kind of did really bad. So let's take a look at what we're sending grep and see whose fault it is. Oh, okay. Hold up. That doesn't. Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
That's your zip folder or file.
Let's put this to less. All right, and just take a look here. Okay, this looks okay. This looks like the one we're used to seeing.
Wait, hold on. If something's compressed, is it like all in one line? Technically.
I don't know. I'm just gonna keep looking down here and see what we got. Interesting. Does not run on Family 6 Model 63. Input power button as devices. Whoa, this is stuff we haven't seen before.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Thank you, Strong Bad. Okay, there's a lot of stuff in here we haven't seen before.
I'm not sure I would trust Strong Bad with a computer.
He's got boxing gloves on when he types, so you know he's talented. Okay, well, there's a lot of stuff in here. Oh, whoa, whoa, hold up. What's happening? What is this?
Oh, the orange. Halloween. Halloween. No, man.
I don't know. What do we think? Is this hex?
Sure. Looks
like some
good enough to be hex.
Well, I see some R's. I see some weird looking. Is that Chinese or Japanese? What is that?
I have no idea.
Why would that be showing up?
Yeah, but the R's aren't in the greater than, less than.
Oh, this stuff in brackets is hex, you're saying?
Yeah. That probably just means non-printable characters or something like that.
Okay, because this is really bad. So, wow. Yeah.
Yeah, brother's holding back.
Let's try going file by file. So let's go back up to where we looked and saw what are the files. Okay, syslog.1, syslog. Okay, so let's try head syslog.1. All right, just syslog. Type that to less. We're going to look at the first 10 lines of this. So head and tail are utilities within Linux that let you specify that you just want to see the top of a file or the end of a file. I may not want to load the whole dang thing. I just like, hey, what's this look like? So head, let's just do -20. By default, it shows you 10. We're going to look at the first 20 lines of this file and we're going to pipe that to less. Okay, that's a readable file. Now let's go to the next one, syslog.1. Okay, that looks like a readable file too. All right, then we have syslog.2, and we do tab complete, and let's do less on that one. Oh, that's the gobbledygook. Holy crap, what are we gonna do now?
You have to unzip it.
Yeah, I think it is.
Or sorry,
I don't wanna unzip it.
gun zip it.
Is there a way that we can search it while it's still zipped?
Yes, but yes, searching.
What?
Yes, searching. What's that one thing? 7-zip.
There's a way to do it. I have it right here.
Somebody tell me, how can I search inside this zipped file? Zcat, what's Zcat?
Concatenate, but you're using.
So I do Zcat. All right, tell me how Zcat works. You're like, hey, I didn't sign up for all that.
I mean, if you want me to read the man page, we can.
Wait, hey DJ, there's also zgrep.
Oh, yeah, let's try.
Oh, there's zgrep?
Yeah.
What?
What?
Okay, zgrep.
Yeah.
I don't think
It can search inside compressed files like zip, gz, bz, without having to extract them.
Let's try this. Okay, we're gonna zgrep for vulnerable.
Did I do something?
You want to do just
Yes.
We need to reorder them all.
We want to do all of them, right?
I don't know.
Also, I think you have to,
I
quotation.
got nothing.
Like with the word vulnerable, you have to use quotation, so it knows what to search.
Well, regular grep knows.
He already gave me one.
Ah, looks like nothing.
We
So-
run it against a specific gzip file.
Yeah, we could try that. Syslog.2.gz.
It worked for me.
I'm not getting anything from it.
Oh, -I. Use -I.
Oh, what's dash I?
If I remember, it's like it ignores the case. Why did it
Nope.
work for you?
Try dash A. See if that.
Try something that we know.
No, I use zgrep.
Yeah. Okay.
How do we know what's in there? Well, let's do that zcat thing. Let's try that. All right, let's see if this zcat, if we use zcat, will it read the contents of that file in and print it to standard out? We're going to pipe it to head.
What's
Look at the
head?
first 10 lines. Head and tail are two utilities that let you, let's pipe it at tail and we'll, okay, so tail by default shows you the last 10 lines. If I do a -20, it'll show me the last 20 lines of this file. You know, there are sometimes, the most often time I use tail is when I'm looking at the file that holds all the passwords in there. Etsy/passwd, because I really am just interested in looking at what's at the end of that because it puts it in there chronologically. I don't really want to put the whole thing in there and then scroll down to it. So we'll use tail here and just look at see if zcat is actually unzipping that or putting it in something we can read and printing it to standard out. Does that look like what we expect it to look like?
Yeah.
It does. Okay. So what is something that we know that's in there? We see DH client. Okay. So let's see if there's just maybe it doesn't say anything vulnerable in there. Let's look for DH client instead. Should we do the -A? Should we do the -I? Should we just not worry about it? Let's try it with no options first. What could go wrong?
Everything.
Okay, well, it looks like it's finding stuff. Pipe that to WC-L. Okay, 165 matches, that's pretty good. What else could we do? Instead of doing the WC-L, we can actually do a zgrep. With regular grep, you can do a -C. Yeah, okay. Effectively the same thing here. Where it's different is if I have multiple files. Can I do that?
Well, you're still only
You can,
getting the.
but you're
second file.
still only gonna get the one file, right? So this is a nice thing about -C for grep and zgrep and egrep, is that it'll tell you for each file how many matches there are in there. Okay, so now we can do this same thing, but let's try vulnerable.
We still want the eye, don't we?
I don't know, it's free to try. Okay, no matches. Do we believe that?
No.
No. How many matches should be in syslog, that first one? Ooh, try again.
2.
2. We needed to double your answer. That's how far off you were. Okay, so it just doesn't say vulnerable later on in there, right? So maybe we've gone down a path where maybe these syslog files just don't say a lot of that vulnerable thing we found just isn't in there a lot. So maybe we should look in the syslog file and see if there's anything else that's interesting. Or maybe we could go to Google and say, what should I care about in the syslog file? What is important in the syslog file? Syslog explained.
Searches for it, which is going to be if it's there. If the word vulnerable is there.
The joys of cybersecurity. Syslog RFCs. Okay, no, we don't want to do that. Uh-oh. Syslog severity. Severity and facility are fundamental syslog concepts that are represented by the PRI value in the examples above. Let's take a closer look at each one to better understand what they mean. In practice, you don't usually see emergency level messages. Well, poop. Facility codes. Okay, log alert. Notice a lot of these facility codes are specific to legacy Unix systems. Well, dang it, is this file even worth anything? Oh, here we go. Okay. Enhance visibility into the network. Fortunately, syslog is almost ubiquitous on network. Okay. Reduce mean time to resolution. But why? Like, what is in syslog? 2 use cases. There are 2 significant cases where having an MIB file, blah, 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 blah. What are we actually looking for in here? All right. Well, it says enables network visibility, but how can we actually use it? How do we use syslog in cybersecurity? Da, 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 da. Oh, security investigations, auditing. All right, well, what do we find in here? Okay. Oh, why does this look so boring? Why does nobody have anything in here that just helps us know? Yeah, so many useless articles. I just want somebody to tell me why syslog's important.
You gotta start your free trial.
Search for what?
You gotta start your free trial.
Start my free trial.
Sorry, you get like a 2-day free trial and then you can pay for more information.
For where?
For your open source operating system, come on.
Dang it. Syslog. Hmm.
Go to VX Underground.
Geeks for Geeks, syslog. I mean, is it even useful at all? Syslog can be used to log events such as change in interface status, system restarts, etc. What does it mean can be? Oh, it's explaining what we see in there. So, a sequence number, a timestamp. Whoa, what just happened? Not signing in with Google, but thanks. Oh, I see. Pictures are loading. Anytime here, you can. All right. Well, guys, what are we going to look for in this syslog file? How can we edit this a little bit? Because it looks like that vulnerable thing is not going to help us as much.
Well, you don't know if it's gonna be vulnerable or not. So you don't wanna look for the word vulnerable.
What do we want to look for?
Like speculative store bypass.
Okay, well, I'm open to that, but okay, well, let's check it out. Speculative. Not a bad idea. Wasn't a bad idea, but it didn't work for us. Is there anything in this syslog file that we give a flip about? I see all kinds of stuff that says that the syslog file is important for different things. But what exactly is there in there that we can get excited about and try to script something up to find for us? Let's take a little bit of a break. It's 3:12 now. Let's take a pause. I'm going to pause the video so that folks at home don't have to deal with this. We're going to pause 8 minutes. Everybody, let's crowdsource this. See if you can find what in that syslog file might be of interest. that we can look at. Go.
UAH won't let me in.
Okay, folks. The 8 minutes are up. It's 3:20 now. What did we find? Is there anything of interest in this syslog file?
Really granular, yeah.
A bunch of DHCP stuff.
Okay.
Marginally interesting.
DHCP. Let's take a look at the DHCP stuff it's doing and see if we can understand what's going on and see if we can do something with that. Okay, so let's get rid of the zgrep. Let's just do grep DHCP. We should probably put something on there. What option should we use here?
-I.
-I for Ivan.
You
Just so
can
they
count
know
if you
you're
want.
my friend. Let's pipe this to less and see what we get. No, -I is ignore case. Okay, we've said that a bunch. Probably not going to say that anymore. Go ahead.
You forgot to add the file.
What file? Oh, we just tell it what to look for. It knows where we need to look, right?
There.
Oh, okay.
I know.
DHCP request of 172.31.30.122. What is a DHCP request? Killing.
Isn't that like
When a DHCP server and a client love each other very much.
One way to put it.
Yeah. All right. Well, we may have to go. We may have to talk just a little bit about DHCP. Okay. So in the early days, when I started working on computer networks, a lot of times in corporate environments, we would actually assign IP addresses manually to computers. So you go in there and you say, this computer is going to have this IP address, this one's going to have this IP address. And good gracious, that's really boring. And it's not scalable to a large organization. But DHCP is a way that allows you basically outsource that to a computer. So you have this little server that does a DHCP lease. So when somebody needs an IP address, they contact the DHCP server, and the DHCP server gives them an IP address for a certain amount of time. When that time runs out, their lease is over, they don't have an IP address anymore, they have to contact the DHCP server again to get a new IP address. So it looks like there are lots of these DHCP requests. Is every DHCP request in this syslog file going to be with the same people? What do we see here? We see a request of 172.31.30.122 on ETH0 to 172.31.16.1 port 67. Okay. So we see all of these are coming DHCP ACK. What does that stand for?
Acknowledged.
Okay. So request of, well, let's go all the way to the top. Okay, and we see DHCP request is the first one. So let's look at all the DHCP request lines. Okay. But DJ, you told me that Linux cares whether it's a capital letter or a lowercase letter and treats them as different letters. How come you're putting that all in lowercase, and how will that work?
Got the -I.
The -I.
Oh, we weren't gonna talk about that anymore.
Yes.
We lied. Okay, so we see there are a lot of DHCP requests in this syslog file. Okay, we want to figure out how many DHCP requests are in there. Oh, we need to keep that I, don't we? DHCP request syslog star. We're gonna pipe this to WC -L. No, we don't need to do that, DJ. You already have that -C there. What's the -C do?
I don't know.
It gives us counts. Okay. So this is saying, hey, grep, we want you to ignore case and give us a count of the number of times you see DHCP requests and everything that starts with syslog. Let's see how this is going to work. Oh, okay. So the first two files have 39 and 56, and then these have 0. Does that seem right?
No, those are zipped. If you use a zgrep,
It says everything.
Ah, they're zipped. So we need to use zgrep. What happens if we do that?
zgrep even shows you the ones that aren't zipped. So
Yeah. How is it that these all have about the exact same amount of DHCP requests in there?
Each log probably only goes from one amount, one period to another. So you have maybe 24 hours or 48 hours. And in that time, if it's a regular thing that's happening, it's going to happen about the same amount of time per clock.
Well, let's look into these a little bit. Let's pipe this to less. Actually, let's pipe it to head and look at the first 30 results. Oh, guys, it didn't work. Why didn't it work? Yes, we have to get rid of that C. The C can't be there. Those counts can't be there if we're trying to pass it off to grep or to another thing like head. Okay, so here's the first 30. Do these all look like they're coming from the same IP address?
Looks like it.
Let's make it a little bit smaller. Hopefully you can still see that at home. Yeah, these look like all these DHCP requests are going to the same IP address. All right, well, how can we figure out if they're all going to the same IP address? Besides just scrolling down, because we're just looking at the top 30, and if we look back up at those counts, there's 100, 200, 300, roughly 400. I don't really feel like looking at 400 different ones. So how can we pull out, or how can we figure out if these IP addresses where the DHCP requests are pointing to go to the same IP address?
You just not search for the grab for that IP address?
You want to grab for that IP address?
On equal 0
count.
to, and then unique it.
You can also grep and then word count.
Okay, so this is what you're saying. You're saying, hey, let's do zgrep -ci for DHCP requests, all the syslog files. Okay, there's the numbers there. Let's do the same thing, but let's put that IP address in instead. 172.31.30.122 is the first IP, where it's coming.
That's the IP you're getting, right?
Request. Oh, that's the IP it's requesting.
Yeah, you're
Okay.
you're getting the IP. The place you're requesting it from is the gateway, which is 172.31.16.1.
So is that what we want to look up? Let's try it. Let's see what the counts are.
Ooh, those don't match.
Okay. Let's maybe just put the other IP address.
So
3116.
we could have other network interactions with that gateway, which more than likely we would. So you'd want to zgrep and then grep again for that IP address. So you want to zgrep
Okay.
for the C. Yeah. No, so run your first command.
Yeah. We did that, right?
No, not the IP address one.
This one?
Yep, your D8, and then pipe that search So you're gonna have all your requests.
What just happened
Gage,
there?
You're killing me, Smalls. All right.
Okay, grep.
Yep, and now you're gonna grep for that IP address.
172.30.16.1.
I think so.
Sound right?
But then we gotta count that.
Oh,
right?
31.16.1.
We gotta count that. We gotta do it. So we got one output file that we fed to grep.
Oh, no.
Does that look right? 55. So that's 110, 111, 112. That might be right. So maybe there's an easier way we could do this.
Well, there's definitely an easy one. I don't know if it's a one-liner, maybe.
It's a one-liner, but
Okay.
it's gonna.
Is it difference?
Mm-mm. So it's a one-liner, but it's gonna be a crazy one-liner. You guys ready?
Is it a sort?
We're gonna have to do, some sorting and uniquing.
Yeah.
All right, okay.
That's what I meant when I said difference.
So we have 29 minutes. And what we are going to do in the next 29 minutes is some serious Linux food. Okay? We're gonna do some command line. We're gonna do some crazy command line stuff. So everybody, take a bow as you enter the dojo. We're about to crack your fingers and get ready to type, okay? But I got to introduce you to our crew that's going to be helping us out here. Now, you know grep and you know zgrep, those crazy cats. There's a couple more people that we're going to need to add to our crew in order to get this job done, okay? So let's just start with this DHCP request syslog stuff. We're zgrepping. So we got some stuff and we're going to pipe it out. Let's do a head of, well, let's just do head. That'll give us 10. Okay? So we see these. So we're going to first, I want to introduce you to my friend Cut. Right? Now, when I first showed this to somebody last semester, they said, I like your cut, G. No, okay. It failed. Dad joke.
But I do like your cut.
Anyway, but Cut is awesome. Okay? So this is my friend Cut. Now, what do you think my friend Cut does? Did we talk about my friend Cut already?
I think we have.
Yes, we have. So you should have these answers, right? Cut is my friend who's a kindergartner who has scissors. We tell him what to cut on, and he will cut them. And he can count up to at least 50. So we tell him what to keep. So we're going to take what we have, and we're going to pipe that to Cut. And we're going to grab the first IP address and the second IP address. So we need to tell it to cut on what?
Spaces.
On spaces. So we say -D for delimiter, and then we're going to put the space there. And then which fields do we need to keep? -F tells the fields to keep.
1, 2, 3,
Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
8 and 12.
So 8 and 12. 8, 12. Now let's pipe this to head and see what happens.
Holy cow, I finally understand that.
Oh, check it out. We got column 8, column 12. And right now, those are all identical. But we haven't looked through all 400 and some of them. Okay? So now, I'm going to introduce you to my friend Unique. Okay? And the way we're going to do that is I'm going to nano something. Okay, so let's put some names of people. So let's start with this table. We got Harsh, we got Corey, got Daniel. Over on the other side, we got JT and Dawson. Nick, oh yeah, that he just left, didn't he? Nick. Okay. Now, let's say we have some more people that have the same name. So there's another Harsh, because that's such a common name here. And there's another Dawson. Okay? All right.
They're
So
on.
I'm going to save this file. This is called, I called it names.txt. I'm going to save that. I'm going to get out of here with Control O and then Control X. Okay. So now I'm going to, I want to use cut. So let's cat names. I don't need to use cut. I want to use unique. So cat names.txt. Type that to less and let's take a look at it. Yep, that's what we have. Okay. Now I'm going to use my friend unique. We're going to pipe this to unique. And I can just, there's not very much, so I'm not going to send this to less. If it was a big file, I'd want to use head or less so it didn't mess up make my console all messy. But let's just see what happens.
Huh?
Okay, now unique is supposed to take out the duplicates, but it didn't. Boy, I'm getting mad right now. Unique's not doing its job.
Oh, but it is.
I feel like there's some flags that should have been in there.
No.
No flags.
How are they? How's Dawson and Dawson are the same though?
So you have to think about if you were a programmer who was making this program, this little utility called unique, okay? Imagine that you had a file with 10 million lines in it. If unique is just going to go along, or, what if you had to look at 10 million people and say if there were any twins in there? And you're looking at people one by one. That's going to be really hard. But the people that were designing this were like, hey, wait a minute. We have other stuff that we can use that could prepare things. So really, unique doesn't have to go through every little item all at once and memorize it all. Just like you wouldn't have to look at all 10 million people and memorize it. If you had something that could sort people, let's say we sort them from, say, shortest to tallest or something. And all you have to do is take a look at Keith and the guy to his right, the guy to his left. Does Keith match either one of those? No. So now I'm going to move along here and I'm going to take a look. Do we match on either side? No. Then I'm going to come over here. Do we match on either side? Why do we have identical twins in this class sitting at this table for this example? Right?
I could have brought
Sean, do you have a twin somewhere that you're not bringing? Darn it. Okay.
Next time you do that analogy, let me know.
Okay.
I got twins.
Do you? Oh, sweet. Yes, let's bring your twins in for that analogy. All right, so unique is really, it's just looking at the line below and above and saying, hey, is this a match? It expects that you're going to let a different tool do some work. So let's send this to sort. And I'm going to hit enter so you see what the results look like. Now what do we see?
The Dawsons are next to each other.
Putting them all next to
Yeah, so now let's try that. And then now let's send that to our friend unique.
Boom, down to one each.
All right, so what that does is it just says, it goes along and it's like, imagine there's another Dawson over here. Oh, wait, there's two Dawsons. We don't need both of you. Pop. All right? And then it disposes of the body, and then all you see is the one Dawson. Okay?
Like you need to do sort first.
So you sort it,
All right.
and then you can use unique, and unique's going to remove the duplicates, but it only removes the duplicates if it's sorted such that the duplicates are next to each other, on lines next to each other. Okay? So now that we've sorted this, we're like, oh, wait a second. I have to take attendance for class. So instead of just like shooting them in the head and getting rid of the body, I need to know how many Dawsons were there, right? So now I can do unique-c, and it's going to, not only will it only give me one name, but it's going to tell me how many people with that name were in my list. So 1 Corey, 1 Daniel, 2 Dawsons, 2 Harshes, 1 JT, and 1 Nick. All right? But what if we want to sort this so that the people that there were the most of show up at the top?
I bet there's a flag for that.
Throw it back to sort.
Yeah, let's just sort it again. Oh, that didn't work.
Unsort.
Resource. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, so
You have to
what we
use a
need to
flag.
do right here,
You have to do a flag to
yeah,
reverse the order.
dash R will reverse it so that the highest number comes to the top. Okay? And sometimes you need to put an in there so it treats it numerically. In this case, it worked out okay, but just keep in mind that you might need to do that. And sometimes you'll need to, with IP addresses, which we'll run into in just a little bit, you need this dash capital V, which is a new thing they put in there. Well, probably it's been in there for a few years, right? But when I was doing this 20 years ago, I don't remember, either I didn't know about this or it wasn't there, but this is a version sort where it understands that like 10.2.21.32, it understands that 21 and 2 are far away from each other. It knows that between those dots, I want to treat those. Anyway, I can show you later. We'll see later why that dash V is important, right?
I think
So if
IP addresses is one of those reasons, right?
IP addresses is exactly one of those reasons. So if we do this, now we're getting the result that we want. Okay? So now we know we got our friend sort, we got our friend unique, we got our friend cut, we got our friend grep, we got the crew that we need to get this job done. Right? So let's get at it. So first, let's remind ourselves what we're looking at here. We're looking at, there's a huge file, well, maybe huge, 400 and some lines that say DHCP request about this IP address from this IP address, right? So we're just wanting to see, are these all the same? So how can we do that? We don't want to do head here.
Do sort.
We need to first send it to our buddy sort, right? So let's put that, or we can just send that. Well, sending that to head's probably not the best thing. So let's do this. Put that to less, and we can look at it. Oh, snap, crackle, pop. We messed up. We done.
Of two.
What'd you do?
We done messed up.
Every line within it's gonna be.
This is why you got to look at the data. All right. So before we send that to sort, we need to actually send this to less, don't we? And we need to start looking down there. Ooh. Ooh, oh man. Oh, shoot.
I did not see that coming.
Repeated DHCP requests of two.
Oh,
Ooh. There's a lot of twos in there.
Yeah, there's 377.
Okay, so let's just go and check the syslog.
Somebody has like 360.
So what if I stalk my family everywhere they go?
I don't want.
Okay, so yeah. Guys, something's wrong. So now we need to go all the way back to before we did cut. And we need to see what's going on. So as we go down through this, these all look uniform.
Except for that.
Uh-oh. So what's happening here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Should still be fine. Interesting. All right, so what's happening?
There's another different. Well, no.
One,
Is it cut and one it
1,
shouldn't?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, well, I tell you what we need to do. We've got to figure out, let's go back. 8 and 12. Let's expand this a little bit. And let's grab 8 through 12. So we don't have any line numbers. Invalid field value 12. Ooh,
Is it dash?
it is dash. Oh, okay, all right. How can we get some line numbers in here so we can figure out where the heck this is coming from?
I feel like that's a grep thing.
Okay,
No, I know that won't work.
can zgrep give us line numbers? Quick, everybody, to the interwebs. Is there a way for grep to print out the line number where it got a match?
Sorry, I've got to restart my machine. My whole entire text changed.
Our heroes only have 15 minutes. Hopefully they can get this job done. Dash in?
Other grep. For grep. Oh, nice.
Yep, dash in, line, forward dash dash, line dash number. Prefix each line.
Dash lowercase n or capital N?
Lowercase. Nothing like grepping the manual for grep.
So where's this line number?
Line number is line number 1.
How do I know where the line number, where the match
Before
was?
Before the colon.
Oh, a colon. Okay. All right, so this could be helpful. All right, but we're going to need that colon to find the line numbers. So let's go back to what we had. And we don't want 8 through 12.
Would it be 1 comma 8 through 12?
1 comma 8 comma 12. We only
8 dash 12.
well, we don't need 8 through 12.
Oh, okay.
I was just doing that to give us some context, but that was really useless. We really need that line number. So let's see what we get now.
Oh, 0. Would it be 0, field 0?
Nope, should still be field 1. But the problem is we aren't sending the counts over.
Wait, no, you don't have the line, the dash n in your grep.
Yes.
Okay, just dash n.
There we go. Okay, so now we can start to see. All right, line 530, 543, and line 988. Sep of 2. Okay. So let's go find these. Now, how are we going to find that line?
Do a zgrep,
Okay.
tack in, the HTTP request, syslog,
Okay.
and then pipe that to grep again, and then your line number you want.
Anybody remember the line number we need?
No.
Yeah, Terminator, you could have split this in.
That's
About
right.
there?
You're right.
That sounds good enough.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. For some reason, it's given us of and this.
I thought it was of and 2,
Of and 2, yeah.
so it's.
So it's shifting by 1. So this is the 12. So that for some reason this is getting incremented more. Do we see anything on this line?
Can we look at line 529 and 530
Sure.
side by side? Almost wonder if it's that bracket. Is like, I don't think.
Can we do this?
I don't think that's.
Oh, no.
That might work.
Started.
Nope. How are we going to get 2 matches?
Reject.
Well, what if instead of doing that, we just got everything that happened at 2006. Well, there we go. That's not too bad.
You can see it offset. It's something to do with that DH client versus SH.
So let's go back up to that command that we used before. This one. All right, now we need to write down the numbers of these ones that are messed up.
I didn't get the numbers.
The line numbers, we added the dash in. That gave us line numbers.
That was the
So
difference.
somebody remember, line 125 comes out just fine.
125.
125 comes out just fine.
125.
Okay. But 530, 543, these are all messed up. 530, 543 are messed up. All right. Okay. So we need a way so we can get, when we grep, we can match multiple things. So to the interwebs, grep, match multiple patterns.
Dash E.
Dash E. Z
Dash
grep.
E, but you gotta put it in quotation marks.
Dash E.
Well, no, you have to have the dash E separate from everything.
Okay, so wait a second.
You'd want to do that.
We
on
don't
your
want to do it in
second-
this grep. We want to do it in the other
you want your
grep.
second grep to be.
Okay,
ready.
dash E. And quote. And now what do we need?
I don't know.
Well, we've got line 125, which is fine, and then we got 530, which is messed up. So
And then what do we do? How do we tell it we want it to match multiple things?
Okay, so end your quote and then do another dash E, I think.
I don't think so.
Free to try. What's the worst that could happen?
It deletes your computer.
He was right.
If we're lucky, it deletes your bosses.
I remember using it sometime.
All right, so
More feature.
Oh, yeah.
so these two lines, what do we see that's different?
The month is different. The day is different.
Let's push this out to a file and call it evidence.
It does look like there's two spaces.
All right, and
A
let's
single number for the date. So it lines up.
okay. So as we go through here, February. So it looks like some person, some well-meaning citizen, came in here and added another space so that this would all be lined up and look
Bro, who?
interesting. Okay,
It's not even
so
lined
now
up.
we have two spaces. Is there a way that we can tell cut to delimit on either one or two spaces? Or is there a way that we can take two spaces and change them into one? Two spaces next to each other, collapse them into one space.
Wow, we can use said.
Said? That sounds like a friend from England.
I gotta go.
All right. That's enough said. Yeah. All right, let's get out of here. No, we don't want to save that buffer. Okay, let's see. We have evidence.txt. Let's use evidence.txt as our guinea pig. Very convenient that we have that. That's great. Okay, so let's try this said. Ooh, let's look up how does said work.
How does said work?
Listen, this guy's trying to bring a new dude into our crew that we don't know about. We got to vet this said person.
Check them out.
Do you know how well do you know said?
Oh, it's been a minute.
That is a stream editor. Stream editor is used to perform basic text transformations on an input stream.
Like a-
File or input from a pipeline. While in some ways it's similar to an editor which permits script edits, such as if, said works by making only one pass over the inputs and is consequently more efficient.
All right, well, let's see how we use said. We're going to search for said syntax Linux. At least I thought we were. What just happened? Okay, something's broken seriously here.
Yeah, I did that to me too.
So there's a D option for delete pattern space.
Geeks for geeks. Guys, we have 5 minutes. I'm freaking out here. Are we gonna make it?
It said nothing appropriate.
Ah!
Can we use just like dot strip?
Okay. Replacing or substituting a string. Sed command is mostly used to replace the text in a file. The below simple sed command replaces the word Unix with Linux in the file. Okay,
There we
so
go.
sed, a space, quote, then S. Don't know what that does yet. Oh, the substitution operation.
S is regex/replacement. Attempt to match
Okay.
regular expression against a pattern space.
Okay, so we're going to say S for substitute,
Slash.
and we're going to say 2 spaces
Slash.
for 1 space. And then a G for globally.
Who's typing on their keyboard like that?
So nobody actually, doesn't actually say a G here. I'm doing that out of habit, so.
G is copy, append, or hold space dot pattern.
All right, so now we say evidence.text.
Why would you
Is that what goes here?
Yes.
And we're going to pipe this to less. All right, guys, we got like 3 minutes. We got to cross our fingers. Said, your homie said he better come through for us.
Oh no.
Oh, look at that.
It worked.
It worked.
Now, how did you look at that syntax and exactly know how to type that out?
I don't know. It was, I don't know. It just came to me, yeah. I've never met said before in my life.
Bingo.
I'm just kidding. Jeez, Napoleon.
I don't think we got that.
All right, so now we need to clean this up before we send it to our other friends. So, S, substitute, double space. Our substitute, whenever you find double space, put a single space. And now we're going to pipe that to cut. Oh, we're getting so close on time. Delimiter, space, and we want to keep fields 8 and 12. And we want to pipe that to less.
That space.
Ah! Ah! Okay. Look at that, folks. This is great. Okay, now we need to send this to our friend Sort. And then pipe that to less so we can check out the results. Okay, everything's sorted. Okay, now
Unique.
we need to send this to unique. And we want counts. No, we don't really care about counts right now. So we're going to send it to unique. Let's see if that works. Nice, okay. Now we're going to send that. Now we need to change this a little bit. And we want to put the syslog star in here so we can get all of them up in there. Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da.
Oh, whoops.
Oh! And our heroes got so close. So close. But there's one little jerk in
Put a
there.
count in there, see how many times that happens.
Okay, let's do that. Unique-C.
My syslog doesn't have all that information.
One! Just one! Just one. How horrible. All right. So, I know how we can get rid of that. It's bad because we're just pretending like it doesn't exist, but that's okay. Grep -V for 2 space of. And now send that to less. Yay, we did it, folks! Woo! All right, it's not 4 o'clock yet. We did it, yeah! How about a hand for our heroes? All right.
I got lost in that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, here's the real test. Look at that big Linux Foo black belt command line we have, okay? Can we explain exactly what's going on?
No, sure.
Probably not.
This is where I typically would get out the random wheel picker, and we'll pick a pod and a seat at the pod. But we won't do that today. So here's what I want you to do, okay? This is going to be your homework for Thursday. I want you to look at this line, and it'll be at the end of the recording, and I want you to be able to tell me exactly what's going on with each piece of this line. You can also take a picture of it, okay? I want you to type out this line, and I want you to explain to me, like I'm 5, what is exactly happening in each one of these lines, or in each piece of this line, okay? And that is your homework for Thursday, in keeping with the let's not have huge assignments from Tuesday to Thursday. Anybody have an issue with that?
No, sir.
No? Okay, great. Because you're going to have a little bit bigger assignment from Thursday to Tuesday, and you're going to need to know these things. With that, I liberate you. You are free to go. Goodbye, folks at home. We love you. We miss you.